as I get an intro here, you can see these here are mud footprints, mine. And so I was just going down here to maybe reevaluate and check on a different place concerning all this dirt at Notchville. And I've got my footprint, another muddy footprint, and then, I'm not even sinking in today. And then I looked and I said, there's my footprint, and doesn't that happen, right? That looks like a Marl Mountain. So, just getting going. Sugar Quartz is on the left. Maybe this will be a good opening. I guess you can time travel with me, for this hasn't been seen in 4,000 years, if not 5,000 years. Hope you find. Let's move forward. I just got done, as we all talk to ourselves out there. You should. For even the Bible says, even David encouraged himself in the Lord. Now I just got done saying they were either here or they weren't. And then not too long since that other thing I saw. But let me see if I can keep out of the sun with this. I think that's the base. A little bit of different patina in it. They were either here or they weren't. And what I have is a Heartbreaker. I thought it was going to be a perfect Guilford, but that looks like they were making it. And which is very cool for those guys out there who nap. And it didn't pan out. Just didn't pan out. They were trying to bring this point out of the rock and it didn't pan out. Can you see that? They just gave it up. Those are wild sometimes. It really shows the virtue of them doing this, living this way. Resources they had. So as we continue, I just got done saying to myself, is this a joke? Because, let's look. If you look here, of course it seems pretty obvious something sticking up in the middle right here, right? But that seems pretty high. I've been through here weeks ago, but this has had a total frog washer to wash these kind of things out, which are just dirt root balls from tobacco. But lots of things wash up. I mean, this right here is an ancient piece of pottery. So I know that it tells me I'm where I need to be. And this couldn't have been sticking up before. So we've had quite a sink, maybe an inch wash off. You have to figure out how to be a dirt reader, right? So as I thought it was just a broken tip, but that's a whole point, and that's what I'm talking about. I don't want there to be any question about whether or not it's an artifact. If somebody who doesn't really know artifacts picks it up, somebody sees it, are they going to say right away, oh my gosh, Or are they going to say, what's that? Why do you have that rock? Which one are they going to do? This one, definitely. Even the pottery, they might not recognize it or really know, but that'll work. My question to you would be, would you do this? I know it's real windy, but moving right along, there's weeds, but there's a lot of dirt. And, you discover that you never see things the way you think you see them. The would you do this is would you pick up things like this? Those of you out there looking around, make sure you do, because this is ancient Indian pottery, woodland period. To me, well worth it, because it's the only part of the North American Indian that's the feminine expression. I will say it over and over. They've been misrepresented from the beginning of our contact with the North American Indian. The women, as in now as well, carry the strongest force of life, to be honored because of it. Well, this will probably be the last part of this segment of video, but I know because a lot of you have commented that some of you like to join the hunt, to see really what's going on during a hunt and get a mind frame for it. And here in old tobacco, all these root beds used to be these root heads used to be a lot bigger. Going down, see them? Looks like Mars or something. Look at this one. But when you have like a total washer, it just starts to disintegrate the sand that these root beds are holding. And of course, they planted all this tobacco a while ago on top of all of these artifacts here at the Easement, because this is an ancient Indian site with all the clues. Ancient Indian pottery. And so I'm just making sure that I check every root bed and see what's washed out, because we've had some hard coursing water, as you've heard me mention. And this is what I'm talking about. It may not be an artifact, but this is what I'm talking about. You got a root bed here. All the sand washed away. The stones, they don't. At the Easement. Hope you find out there. All right. How do you start? Trees, for me, are spiritual. They're a good start. What's happening here is just violence, regular American material culture violence, but tobacco goes back further than that, right? So starting here, an intro, I have a root bed. melted by heavy rain like these. Sort of like being able to walk creeks, you know. I don't have any creeks that I can walk. Why not travel in time about 5,000 years when you're looking at a piece like this? What else, right?